Greetings in the love and light of our infinite prime creator, the divine grid programmer. I trust this message finds you well. This message is not meant for entertainment. This is comparable to sealed orders given to dedicated volunteers on a strategic mission. Just as many are called, there are few that are chosen. Likewise, those of you who receive this message will neither understand nor accept the information. But for those special souls for whom this message is intended, they will rejoice in its guidance and accept its timely and imperative revelation. Namaste, namaskaram. If your inner truth identifies you as a volunteer from another realm or world on an assignment to Earth, then this message is for you. If you are persuaded within your inner knowing, your inner gnosis, and resonate with the notion, the fact that you are one of the star people, this message will reach you with awareness and clarity. Should you be a disciple or initiate of the higher revelation, you will discern and perceive the purpose of this message from other dimensions of being. If you are a growing, glowing Christian, just beginning to look up and outward beyond the walls of man-made divisions of earthly ecclesiastical hierarchies, your heart will witness to these things that I am saying. If you are not cautiously any of these, then view this message not to scoff, but to hold these revelations in your heart while you wait and see for the veracity of these words. As Yeshua prayed that other eyes might be open to see, and eyes were opened, to behold the mountains filled with horses and chariots of fire all around Yeshua. So do I fervently call that your vision as well be lifted up and expanded, as if by a miracle, to perceive that our planet is encompassed about with such a great cloud of witnesses. There must be peace on earth. There must be an end to wars and hatred between brothers. The millions that come from other worlds, from far-off galaxies to assist in bringing peace upon Earth. They have the backing of the Galactic Council, the Federation of Light, for all of their endeavors. They have the backing of Jesus Sananda, the Christ, the planetary prince. They come in his name, Jesus Sananda, and they serve under his banner as Lord of this planet. The Christed extraterrestrials come not as intruders nor usurpers of Jesus Sananda, the Christ, and his authority. They come in loving subjection to the spiritual hierarchy of this solar system and the divine plan for mankind, the deliverance from bondage that has long held humanity in subjugation to darkness and sorrow. This shall be no more. For these come as angels to reap that which has been sown, to divide and set asunder the tares from the wheat, to gather the wheat into the Christ barn. For I am the householder who cometh at the end of the day for an account from his servants, and to give to all men justly in the manner given by them to me. So judgment must come, divisions and sorrows must come, but the earth shall survive all of its totterings. The just shall inherit the new earth, and the meek shall know the joy therein. I quote from Jesus the Christ Sananda. These are his words that I share, and I quote, I am Sananda, known to you as Jesus the Christ. I speak in the authority of my name and my office, and I say to you that in the multitudes of the people of the earth, there shall be found the remnant who can steadfastly be faithful to those right principles of my teaching. Those who come in my name go from heart to heart, sealing them against the day and marking them for deliverance and safety from all that would destroy. But you shall not be taken out of your physical forms, but you shall be spared to live on in those days that follow. So I shall call unto those who follow me to listen to the voices of these who come from other worlds, and harden not your hearts against their words nor practices. Rather, lift up love unto them and desire for their coming, for they are the angels of the harvest. I am Sananda, and this is my message to the world. Now, of course, I am not Sananda. I am just merely a celestial intelligencer within the zone of gnosis that is under the command of Sananda, the Christ, the planetary prince, the Lord of this planet. And that was a quote that I shared from him. My dear esteemed viewer, in times of war upon this earth, a shrill siren is used to alert the populace that danger is approaching and that they should retire themselves to a place of shelter immediately. We of the Interplanetary Alliance and space commands of this hemisphere, known collectively as the Ashtar Command, do now, with the sending forth of this message, sound the siren of warning to mankind. Danger is upon you. Drop everything and prepare yourselves. It is time to run toward the shelter of divine love and guidance, and to take with you only that which you can carry within the inner citadel of being. The times of this decade will see the fulfillment of all the prophecies that have been released to the world. Down through many cultures and century after century, we have permitted our highest and brightest of souls to come to you and walk amongst you, to teach, to lift, and become your friends. You have been taught many things, shown many things, awakened step by step to a higher way of life, an elevated approach to life, and a better way of existence. Precept upon precept, we have lifted you from one level to another. Many have benefited and have arisen from the darkness and followed that light. These have intuitively known that the summons was a call to know themselves and thereby to undertake that refining of themselves that would reveal their inner divinity. Others have turned their interest elsewhere, ignored the outstretched hand of God, and lifetime after lifetime of opportunity has been squandered by detrimental choices. Now, it is time to separate these groups in keeping with their choices and let those who refuse the advancement of their being remain together according to their own desires. The few who have burned within their hearts to find the ultimate reality will be permitted to follow these aspirations into the setting of a new world, cleansed and made bright by universal action. Increasingly, we have noticed the tendency of the planet and its people to pull toward an influence designed to destroy the function of free thinking and freedom of man in making his own choices, governing himself and managing his national affairs. This diabolical influence has penetrated wholly within every phase of human life and every avenue of world diplomacy and world statesmanship. Predictably, day by day, the freedom of humanity has been infiltrated with that kind of propaganda which ultimately leads mankind away from their pure heritage as sons of God, sons of Source. The resulting effects are seen not only in the lives of men, but within the asteroid belt and the planet itself. When humanity stands free in the full light of God's universal law, all government will be of the people and for the people and by the people. But when the heritage of freedom is destroyed, mankind becomes as puppets on strings, stripped of honor, life, strength, forthrightness, and glory. The Heavenly Father has placed within the burning center of man that likeness of himself, which enables man to govern himself in righteousness and peace. The destruction of this center has been the goal of the destroyer. Now the forces of light and righteousness must rise in the defense of humanity before it is too late. This is the primary action taking place behind the visible scenes surrounding all of life. Now, all levels of life will be highly raised in frequency, and all manifestations of lower life will wither and dissolve and be removed from the visible scene to reconstruct the Father's plan for this beautiful planet. A new, fresh start for man is in the making. The astral belts will be purged. The heavens will be cleared. The nature kingdom will find its true destiny, and humanity will be glorified in keeping with the Father's design. This is coming to pass in your generation. There is no time left to dally and consider. The hour of decision for a planet is not only come, it is almost gone. So it is the siren sounds for mankind. And there is silence in heaven for that moment that it now is. When this great separation shall take place, you who are hearing this message are versed in the spiritual verities involved. This message will clarify human consciousness concerning the future on your octave. You must subscribe and become a celestial intelligencer of the Gnosis Zone. Join me in this octave as I share this message in the days ahead. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your attention.
Namaste, namaskaram.